I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Yes, sir. We are here live on Unfazed with myself, JJ, and my boy AJ. You know, we got a lot to talk about, today. And the first thing we're going to talk about is LeBron James. I can't wait to get into that. But before we dig into the first topic, I had a good week, man. A lot of 2K action. We got some NBA drafts. I mean, there's a lot going on in our R2L community. There's so much going on. Top 10 lists coming out. Some guys left low in the rankings. Some guys left kind of higher on the rankings, but we're gonna get into all that. But I'm here with my boy AJ. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, feeling good, living good, man. You know what I mean? Like you said, some people high on the rankings, some people low on the rankings. We gotta get to it. People just be tripping. That's just my thoughts, man. People just be tripping. And if y'all are not a member, while we doing this simulation on 2K, it's must-see TV, man. If y'all been paying attention to the all-time draft we did, like I said, we simulating these teams now on 2K. It's a whole tournament. You gotta tune in. So y'all make sure y'all become a member, man. Watch to the end of the show. You get all the information that you need to become a member, man. But I'm feeling good, Joe, man. Ready to get this thing going.
All right, let's kick it off then. Your boy, LeBron James, in Lakerland, came to the Lakers. They missed the playoffs for a few years in a row, longest in their history, longest drought. He comes there, get them to the playoffs. Next to the playoffs, they won a championship, AJ. Then Luka comes. He gets traded mid-season. And now all eyes on Luka. LeBron James seemed like he's not appreciated. He felt like he getting pushed out the door. That's what it sounds like. But Rich Paul did say they understand the situation. So now he's weighing his options. Should he leave? Should I stay or should I go? Down. So AJ, give me your feedback to all this LeBron James and Laker drama. I know you a LeBron fan, but you are a true Laker fan. So talk to the people.
Yeah, man. You know how I feel about LeBron. You know what I mean? LeBron is the GOAT in my opinion. I know some people disagree, some people agree. And it's been great having him in LA. But I've said this before. I've wanted Bron gone for the last 2-3 years, bro. I've wanted him out of LA for a while now. As a Laker fan, you live on this edge of like, when you have LeBron on your team, you always have hopes of what could be. Like, when the playoffs start, you always think like, maybe Bron could, pull a rabbit out of the hat. You know what I mean? Maybe he could turn back to 2018, take over a series or take over a game. He has moments where he takes over games and he has dominant playoff games. But for the most part, he's not the same player. And the problem with him not being the same player is he's paid like he's still the same guy. With LeBron as the number one option, you're not winning a championship. It's to the point now where if the team isn't stacked a certain way, even with him as the number two, you're probably not going to win the championship. So the Lakers are in a situation now where it's like, look, LeBron, like, we appreciate you. You came to the Lakers at a time where we was, we like you said, we wasn't winning. We wasn't making the playoffs. Kobe retired. Came to the team. As a Laker fan, I was geeked. It was fresh off of 2018 at that. So I was geeked. I remember being at my friend's house with another, actually it was my house, with another one of my friends, and we just like, we practically popping bottles like we didn't already won a championship. Like we geeked. You know what I mean? And then to see him bring us a championship the same year Kobe passed away, unfortunately, that was big for Laker Nation. We're very appreciative of everything that he's done, all the records he's broken in a Laker jersey. But at the end of the day, this ain't Cleveland. Okay? This ain't Dallas. This ain't Utah. This ain't no offense, this ain't Sacramento. This is LA. This is the Los Angeles Lakers. We about banners, baby. We about championships, bro. If we not in the business of winning championships, we are unhappy as a fan base. And we've been getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs every year since, what was it, 2022? That's and every year we had expectations, especially last year. Especially last year. Now, last year wasn't all on LeBron. He had some games. He didn't have some games. Some games I was a little disappointed. It's a few games he went off and we still lost. Luka deserves a lot of flack for how he played in that series, in my opinion. The numbers were nice, but defensively, he was a liability. It was clear he wasn't really ready for the playoffs. At least that's what it felt like. He had a game where he was sick and all of that. You had JJ with the bad coaching and the bad adjustments. And like, it was a lot going on, so we don't put that all on LeBron. But what was clear and apparent is that we need to build a certain team around Luka. We need bigs. We need lengthy wing defenders. We need guys that are lob threats at the rim. And LeBron just, at this point in time, does not fit with that. Unfortunately, he doesn't. We cannot add those pieces and also pay LeBron $50-something million, $53 million a year. It just don't work like that. So for him to come out after he's chosen to opt into a contract that says he's going to get paid, and this, if I'm not mistaken, I heard Brian Windhorst say this is like the first time he's done this ever, opted into a contract. Normally he opts out and gives himself options to either leave or restructure his deal. That's normally what he does. That's typically what he does. It's the first time he's done this in a while. For him to opt into a contract that commands that much money, knowing what the free agency pool looks like, knowing what the trade market looks like, knowing everything that he knows about how the team is constructed, and then say, I know the Lakers are planning for the future, but, I'm in a position where I want to win right now. I mean, you knew opting into that deal, the team was going to come back remotely the same. Yeah, we're going to add DeAndre Ayton, but, I mean, it's going to make a difference, but is it going to be enough to take out OKC? Probably not. Is it going to be enough to take out some of these, probably, unless you're playing like 2018 LeBron, it's not going to be enough. So if you wanted things to look a little different, you could have opted out of your deal. You could have left, or you could have restructured your deal in a way where we could have got more money to use on more assets to build the team a certain way so that you could compete for a championship. But in this situation, at age 40 going on 41, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have $53 million on this roster with Luka, who we're going to have to re-sign, right? And at the same time, expect us to build this team around you that is going to be good enough to win a championship. It's not going to happen. So, yes, I think they are kind of like, yo, it's been fun. Go about your business. And I think LeBron, I understand people are human, but come on, bro. Bro, you're 40, bro. It's over, bro. It'll be okay, bro. We appreciate you. You have been paid handsomely. You've been treated well in LA, from my understanding. You brought us a championship. We will forever remember and appreciate LeBron. But it's about Luka now, and we are attempting to move forward, and you low-key holding us hostage.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy situation for LeBron James, because LeBron James he's LeBron James. Can you see Kobe going through this, or Michael Jordan? My whole thing is I understand why LeBron feels the way he feels, because he's been that guy. He's in the GOAT conversation. Like you said, that's the best player in the world to you. So, and he's been the focal point everywhere he's been. The media grabs onto him. I know people that get all the media attention, they hate it, but then when they don't get it, they like, oh, we are that, So right. He gets all the attention all eyes on LeBron James, and Luka comes in, and out of all players in the NBA, out of all players, Luka is like one player. Like I look at Jokic. Jokic is great. We know Jokic is the man, right? SGA is great. Luka is like best player material. Like Luka is arguably the best player in the league. I'm sorry, people might say like his defense, his impact on winning, like far as like what he can do for a team single handedly, is arguably the best in the NBA. So he comes in. That's what you were, LeBron. Like you were a guy like you could single handedly go somewhere and then carry that team. Luka can do that, and he showed that the year before he got to LA. Now, don't get me wrong, Kyrie was there too. But you get what I'm saying? So, like you said, LeBron James usually don't opt in. He opt out and he create a new contract, which is we're going to sign a 1 year and the next year going to be an option. So by him opting in, it told me, after hearing what I'm hearing now, is that his leverage is not the same no more. You know, like he always had that leverage. And Cleveland, he held Cleveland. To this day, I think Kyrie Irving left because LeBron was holding him hostage. Like every year, you don't know who he was leaving on that. Like, I get it. Kyrie, like, yo, he could leave any second. Let me just leave now.
Right.
And he wanted to be the man too, because I think he feel like he don't get enough credit for that game-winning hit. All right. So LeBron would sign a 1 year deal option, and every year it's like, is he gonna leave? Is he gonna go? Right. So the fact that he opted in, it says like, yo, you might not have the leverage you had before. Now, he is getting paid $52 million, but as you can see, Devin Booker new contract, which kicks in the next few years. But SGA's extension, like what Joel Embiid is getting paid, LeBron James at third next year, his salary is the 13th highest. He'll have 13th highest salary in the NBA. So he's around the 13th best player in the NBA. He's around that or higher, right? He's not less than that.
He's higher. I say he's
higher. He's higher. I say he's higher too. He's still a top 10 player. He's higher than that. But with Luka though, now they salary cap is weird because even if LeBron leaves, it doesn't really affect their cap at all, like that much. It's hard to explain. But I get it going forward though. That money you can pay LeBron going forward, you can use that to build around Luka that fits him better. Because Luka and LeBron, they're really good players, but they're not the best fit. I will say that because like Luka needs the ball in his hands, and LeBron is not a great shooter. Now he shot at a highest clip last year from three. He shot over 40% from three, but he got to keep that up. And then Luka is not really good off the ball. LeBron is at his best with the ball in his hands. I still to this day, I think LeBron can run point, and the team would be better off him running point guard, setting guys up versus him playing all ball. So that's that. And then another thing that's tough about LeBron's situation, he's 40. Up and leaving. I'm looking at LeBron's side real quick. Uprooting your family at 40, it's tough, bro. I know it gotta be tough. You comfortable there and all that. Your kids, your son is in the Lakers. You got your son there, and then you gotta leave. I know it gotta be heartbreaking for him. So I do want to read what he came out, what he reportedly said. All right, I want to read this real quick. Brian Windhorst reported this. James understood the Lakers taking advantage of an opportunity to pivot to the younger superstar. So he understands. But from James' perspective, sources said, nuance was sometimes lost during the transition. Luka had never asked to be a Laker. James, for his part, had chosen LA coming in 2018 when the team had missed the playoffs 5 consecutive seasons. The worst run for the franchise since it moved from Minneapolis. 2 years later, James had helped them deliver their 17th championship. So now he's just feeling entitled. I didn't like that right there. Now he's feeling entitled right now. I think he dug a hole for himself right there. Go ahead. I know you want to chime in on that.
I just like I said, bro. Like you said, choosing LA is not like choosing Utah. Right? It's not like choosing some destination that people don't want to go to, bro. You came to LA. It's like choosing Miami. Like, you came to LA, bro. Great weather, People want to come to LA. Magic Johnson was there in place, and you thinking he gonna make some moves. It's not like you just came to a team like Utah where they had no potential, no promise. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, when he came to LA, you had some young assets there too. You had young Lonzo Ball, you had Julius Randle, you had Brandon Ingram. Like, you had a nice little young core. They wasn't gonna do a ton, but you had either a young core that you could come and compete with, which he did. It was the 3rd seed there before he got injured with the groin injury. Or you could package those young assets up and make a mega trade like how you did to go get AD. So it's like, Bron is not stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He not silly, bro. Like, yes, we understand you chose LA, and us Laker fans, and I'm sure the Laker organization is very appreciative of that. But let's not act like the Lakers offers you nothing in return. Let's not act like the Lakers didn't offer you the city of LA. They didn't offer you an opportunity to win. They didn't make the move to bring in AD, which is a move that you wanted to happen, right? They didn't make personnel changes. They didn't make coaching changes that you like. Let's not act like those things did not also come with you being in LA, bro. You know what I mean? No, Luka didn't choose to be in LA. Yes, that trade was something that just kind of came out of the blue, bro. But you got to understand, again, in choosing LA, if you're not competing for a championship, which you haven't been doing in years, bro, for years, and you're this old, you can't expect the Lakers to be trying to hold on to you and pay you, even if it's, okay, I understand it's not the highest paid player in the league, but it's still a lot of money from the standpoint of you got the 1st and the 2nd apron. I'm not sure exactly how all of that works, but I know once you get close to that 2nd apron, you can't really do nothing. And if you don't have a championship team at that 2nd apron, then you just stuck. You got to make some sort of moves. And so, like, I think what hurts the Lakers is, I will say, the Lakers were in positions, you know, in free agency to go get a Kyrie and things of that nature when he was available before he went to Dallas. Like, they've been in position to make moves. I'm not extremely happy with Rob Pelinka, so I can't completely take his side on all of this and just be like, the Lakers are 100% right in all of this. I understand that they a little weird too. You know what I mean? I seen a report that said they told him, you might even said it just now, but that they told Luka about the changing of ownership and didn't tell LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, so I can understand how some of that stuff could be frustrating. But, like, what you got to understand is, like you said, bro, you're done in a year, maybe two. Maybe two. The Lakers not looking to you to make too many decisions no more. The Lakers don't feel like they should have to come to you for too many decisions anymore. And at the end of the day, we know you're not really going nowhere. Like, you said it yourself, Joe. You're not going nowhere. If you want to go somewhere, we welcome it. But we know you're not going anywhere. Look, Bronny is in LA, right? I'm sure the family love being in LA. The movie opportunities, everything you want is in LA, bro. Only other place you want to go is either back to Miami or go play with the Clippers down the street. You know what I mean? Like that. But, like, at the end of the day, we know, right, or the Knicks, right? But the weather ain't gonna be the same. You know what I mean? At 40, I don't know if you're trying to live out there and you know what I mean? So it's like, we know you're not going anywhere. So it's like, the way I see it is, again, from everything I've seen, LeBron wanted to have his cake and he wanted to eat it too. At the end of the day, bro, if you wanted to compete for a championship, you should not have opted into that deal. You wanted to compete for a championship and you wanted to get paid. What you could have done is opt out, see what the Lakers do, right? If they don't make the moves that you want them to make, go to one of them other destinations that I listed, have them pay you, and they already have a team in place for you to win, or you feel like there's a team already in place. When he opted in, he gave himself no options. He want to opt in, then tell the Lakers, I still want to compete for a championship. The Lakers want to compete for a championship too. Like, that's why they want you gone, because they feel like they can't with you on the roster, bro. Like, I don't know. The Lakers could probably be more appreciative, bro. But it's like, as a Laker fan, bro, I have been, as a Laker fan, and again, LeBron is my GOAT. But coming from Kobe Bryant, I have been more frustrated with him in his Laker tender than I have been grateful for him. And that's just as a Laker fan. I've been more frustrated with him because I think it's because I expect so much from him. And I know he's older now, so he can't give you what he used to give you. But like Bron really has been over these last 4 years missing in pivotal moments in playoff series, bro. Pivotal moments in the fourth. A lot of these games, whether it be versus the Timberwolves, whether it be versus the Denver Nuggets, have come down to the fourth quarter, and he has not delivered, bro. Especially against Denver. I give him, like I said, this year I kind of give him a pass. This year I kind of give him a pass because it's Luka's team. But when it was his and AD was in town, we had several opportunities to beat Denver in the fourth, and he didn't deliver. Most notably in 2022, where he came out in the fourth quarter of game one, jacked a bunch of he jacked the three to end the game in game one, missed the three. We ended up losing. I believe we lost that game by 4 points. He went for the tie, and we didn't get it. And then the following game, he came out. We had the lead, had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Him and AD shot like 4 straight threes apiece. Didn't make one. No, AD. Tell you about AD made two. AD made two. Bron didn't make nothing. It was the year he couldn't hit nothing from the outside, bro. Like, yo. Like,
and then game 4, he comes out and drops 30 in the first half and wins goals in the second half.
I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, I as a Laker fan, I'm appreciative that he came to LA in the first place, that he brought us a championship, that he put us back on the map. But there comes a point in time where when it's time to move on, it's time to move on. And to be transparent, I felt, and I'm a diehard Kobe Bryant fan. I felt the same way about Kobe on his way out. Like, all right, Kobe, let's wrap this up. I'm so sorry. Let's wrap this up, Kobe, man. You not the same, bro. We was paying Kobe bread on, and he deserved it. He, you drafted, he was with the Lakers.
He was paid.
Bro, he was getting paid, bro. I'm like, dog, this is crazy work. Like, we gotta get Kobe. Speed this fair world tour up. Goodness gracious, Kobe. What am I watching right now? Golly.
Yeah, he lost his head.
I mean, come on now. So it's like, just to be fair to LeBron, and I think Laker Nation thinks the same way, bro. If we not in the business of being relevant as far as winning championships, something got to shake, especially when you're that old. And now you got Luka, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That's business.
I know we got to move on, but I do want to add on to what you said real quick about, first, he didn't go to Utah. He went to the Lakers. Shaq, Magic, Kareem went there and won 5. Magic won 5 also. Shaq won 3, and Kobe won 2 outside of Shaq. So everybody won multiple rings when they was in Lakerland. And then this is a great example of player empowerment. When LeBron had the power, in the same year, he got JJ to become the coach and Bronny to get drafted. And then Luka comes in the door, the power just gets stripped away because your services are no longer needed for real. And he upped into his contract for the first time. It's like and I'm so glad. I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot about that. Like, bro, we literally drafted Bronny. The Lakers ain't want to draft Bronny, bro. If LeBron not there, we are not drafting Bronny James. Come. You came to LA. You set the record for the most points ever. Right? No, let's start from the beginning. You came to LA. We basically traded away all our young assets to bring in AD, ultimately to win 1 championship. You set a bunch of freaking records in the Laker jersey. Did a lot of special things. We changed coaches for you multiple times, right? Multiple times, because I think Darvin Ham was this guy too. I could be wrong on that, but it's just an assumption on my part. I could be wrong, but I think Darvin Ham was the guy he signed off of. We know JJ most likely is the guy he signed off on. Come on now. So it's like, and then we go out and we go get Bronny, and we first father-son duo ever. Like, I feel like the Lakers did everything they could. Besides, there was some moves they could have made in free agency. I will not gloss over that. But outside of that, the Lakers did everything they could to show how appreciative they was of LeBron, bro. They showed you, and then they paid you. Ain't like they giving you pennies on the dollar, bro. They paying you too. They paying you max dollars too, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. It's like you said, it's I'm LeBron James. I know y'all got Luka, but I'm still LeBron James. Actually, you're not. I'm not gonna lie. You're not to us. You're not to us. You just. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're just a guy because you're not just a guy, but like, you're not a championship 1 or 2 right now. Hey, I'm thinking about Space Jam when the little girl was like, You ain't Charles. You ain't the real Charles Barkley. You just don't want to be Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
See, come on. But
Seriously, man.
I do want to say this too. The people who are favorite to get LeBron if he does get traded, the Mavericks are the favorite as of today. Then it's Miami. Then it's Cleveland, because Cleveland is already set to win now if LeBron just show up. Golden State, and then New York. I think he's gonna be in LA.
I do. I think he a hard piece to trade now that he opted into that deal, bro. I think it's gonna be hard to move him now. And we answered this before we move on. If LeBron ends up with
sorry, go ahead.
If LeBron ends up with the Mavs, does that trade grade change? No, in my opinion. Like the trade for Luka. Like I forgot what grade they got. They might have got an F for trading away Luka to the Lakers.
If y'all get LeBron, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, y'all nothing, in my opinion, unless y'all go win 2 championships or so, nothing's gonna change.
Cooper Flag show up to be who he is.
Yeah. That would help for sure. But like, Luka's gonna be Luka in LA, bro. That's gonna always be looked at as like Cooper. He gonna have to be great. He gonna have to be as great as Luka, if not a little better, for people to forget that they traded away Luka, especially if Luka is in LA in the same conference, potentially beating them and getting to the finals and things of that nature.
And Luka is motivated. That's why he gonna come out swinging next year.
Yeah.
I know you're excited as a Laker to see Luka next year. I know you are.
Stoked, bro. Stoked. That's what I say. That's what I'm ready. I'm ready for Luka to just take over and be the guy, bro. Just it's your team. We're gonna build around you. We got our cornerstone for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited, bro. You know what I mean? I'm excited. Speaking of switching locations, though, man, because we know Bron, he could stay in LA. He could decide he want to go somewhere else, or the Lakers could decide you know what I mean, we're going to ship you off, whatever the case may be. Scary Terry, man. He might be looking to change locations. The Commanders might be looking to move him up out of Washington, man. It's crazy to say out loud. I got to ask you, Joe, because I saw an interview today. And Terry, he's sitting there, man. He like, man, you know, it's the first time I've heard him actually speak on it. I've seen a lot of reports now. And now this is me from the outside looking in. You could correct me when I pass this to you if he's actually spoke himself on this prior to.
First time.
Okay, cool. So yeah, his first time speaking on this. And you can see the frustration. Yeah, you know, it's been a frustrating process. You know, it hasn't really moved. He did say he wants to make it clear, I want to be here. I don't want to go. But, you know, I've been frustrated with this whole process and things of that nature. And now we just seen today, if I'm not mistaken, Garrett Wilson signed a 4-year, $130 million deal. Oh, my goodness. So now I got to ask you, JJ, Joe Jordan. I'm throwing an extra question in there that I just thought of just on the fly. First off, how you feel about your organization right now? That's our first question. But the second question and the bigger question is this. Does this put more pressure on the front office to make sure they get a proper done deal or a proper deal done for Scary Terry McLaurin?
Okay. So now, AJ.
Yes.
I think, you know what's funny? I'm going to pull out the curtain. Yesterday, y'all, I reached out to AJ. I texted him. And I said, I think we should talk about Terry McLaurin after Garrett Wilson got his contract. And then what happens today? Terry McLaurin all over the news. He comes out and speaks for the first time. I'm like, dang, beat us to the punch. All right. But, AJ, I'm legit getting worried now. But look, I understand this from both sides, all right? And it does put more pressure on the Commanders. Let me answer that question. Let's look at the Commander side. Now, we can compare receivers. That's what you do. You look at the receivers and you say, hey, he got paid this. I'm up next. I need to get this. But here's the thing, though. Jamar Chase, young. Jamar Chase, under 30. Justin Jefferson, young. CeeDee Lamb, young. DK Metcalf, young. AJ Brown, young. Amar St. Brown, young. You know, so all these guys are young. And a lot of these guys got their first contract, like their first big contract. So Terry McLaurin, this will be his second one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Terry McLaurin has reached 30, or he will be 30 this year. Terry McLaurin, I'm sorry, guys. Terry McLaurin, he's 195. So, yeah, he'll be 30 this year, or he already 30. So, he's up there in age. But don't get me wrong, Terry McLaurin has never missed a game in his career. I don't know if you know that. Never, he said in an interview, matter of fact. Yeah, never missed a game in his career. Always was there, right? So, a hardworking leader. And the issue right now are the years on the contract. Terry McLaurin wants more years. And the Commanders are like, yo, you're already 30. So I get that as far as the business out of it, but AJ, man, come on. Sometimes you gotta bite a bullet just for the morale of the team. You gotta bite the bullet just to send a message. Like Adam Peters, you just got, I still like you, Adam Peters, but I can't agree with everything you're doing. Right now, how we handling it, first of all, Joe Theismann spoke out. Joe Theismann. Historic Redskin quarterback, right? Very respected. When he speaks, we listen, AJ. We listen. And this is what he said. Hold on, let me find it. I got it right here. He said he needs to be paid. He needs to be paid right away. We need to put this issue behind us. As a football team, type right here. As a football team, he is one of the leaders, and he's a guy that you can always count on. Which I just said, he never missed a game. And Scary Terry, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, he been there through the ground, all that. Like Adam Peters, come on. And my man said, Mclaurin said in the comments, I don't know if you know this, AJ. Debo got his contract restructured and they pay him more. Just to show him we believe in you.
Yeah.
Your guy right here, number one guy, our main weapon from last year, won us a ton of games for real. He did.
Yeah.
He won a ton of games. He won us the Tampa Bay game. He caught that 4th down touchdown against Tampa Bay. He caught that screen that basically told me, like, we about to beat these dudes. When he caught that screen, I was like, I think we're going to win this game. Right? Against the Cowboys to keep the seeding to avoid y'all in the first round. He caught the game-winning touchdown. I mean, come on. When we played the Titans, after JD5 went through his little slump, he lost to y'all, lost to the Steelers, lost to the Cowboys. Tim McLaurin had 3 touchdowns that game, I think, or something like that. He went crazy that game. So, Terry McLaurin was always the safe against the Bengals, the coming up party. He caught their first bomb, and they caught a touchdown. Guys like that, I'm just talking about his play. we're not even talking about his leadership he brings to the table. Terry McLaurin is a bona fide true. I remember how we met. I went to that Eagles game. I went to that Eagles game, and we won that game, right? It was a Terry McLaurin party. And then in the post game, Ron Rivera comes out. His mom had just passed away, right? She had just passed away. He comes out and said, he put his hand up, and everybody got quiet, and he couldn't even talk. He said, my mom would have been proud. And then he cried. Terry McLaurin stepped in, like, got out the way, Ron Rivera, and they gave this emotional speech. I'm like, this man, I wasn't even there. I'm trying to run through a wall for this dude. Right. He's a straight leader. Guys like that, you gotta pay him. He sounds so hurt in the interview. His voice sounds cracky. Like, his voice sounds, you about to cry? That's how he sounds when he's talking. Like, I'm very disappointed. I really want to be here. I moved my whole family out here. And I'm like, yo, I didn't know it. He said, we ain't talking over a month. I was like, what? Over a month? You haven't talked to him? What's going on? And then Adams with K Adams, we really want to pay Terry. But when you watch that interview, you check his mannerisms. His demeanor, mannerisms. Like the way he looked, you could tell he's bothered. You could tell he's uncomfortable. Like, you could tell it watching the interview. So I'm very frustrated, man. And training camp is almost like a week away. It's coming up. Training camp is coming up. And he said himself, I didn't even know we would be in this situation. He said, I haven't talked about no trades. I really want to be here. But yes, the reports are true. I am frustrated. I know we got a super chat.
Yeah, that's for you too, by the way.
Yeah, let me read it real quick. Shout out to Tyrone. Ty, co-host of In the Red Corner. Check out In the Red Corner, y'all. Member for 24 months. Shout out to the best network. Terry gone. Debo, wide receiver 1. How you feel about that, Joe? Hashtag 1991. Had to 1992, 1991 season. But I get you saying. Hey, if that's what it felt like, 1992. But listen, man. Like for real, I think we're not gonna fall from a cliff if we don't have Terry. I feel more comfortable if we have Terry though. I want Terry on the team for what he brings to the locker room. You know, I mean, when you got a guy as your quarterback, you always gonna have belief that you're gonna be a good team. That's how I feel right now. I know he's going to a second year, but he got a different head on his shoulders. But we need Terry. I want Terry in the locker room. I don't want him. No, he needs to be as a commander. And Cash should have paid him earlier. If Peters was smart, he would have paid Terry before the season, and it wouldn't have been as expensive either. You're right, because of the season he had, now he like paid me. He had his best year, so I'm with you on that.
Joe, first off, I'm with you on everything you said. Your comment just now though, y'all not gonna fall off a cliff without Terry.
A cliff,
bro. Y'all not a playoff team without Scary, bro. Y'all not a playoff team without Scary, bro. I'm sorry, and I'm not saying this as ignore the Eagles stuff.
No, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, as a football fan, bro, like y'all need him, and if he's not there, you need another guy that is going to give you the same type of production. This is why though. I take you back at the start of the offseason. And I know he's an older player. Mm-hmm. But I said, bro, if I was the Commanders, I'll go and get Devontae Adams. I will go and get Devontae Adams. Because if you got Tay Adams, I mean, hey, and I know Tay Adams is older. Like I said, he's an older guy. But I mean, it's different than having Debo there potentially as your number one receiver. When you got Tay Adams, like Debo really not a one. And like Debo, like he I almost want to say he's not a great two, and I don't mean no disrespect to. I think he's a great screen gadget guy, catch it out the backfield, break tackles. He's that type of guy, but I still want two legit receivers at this point in his career. I still want two other legit receivers, at least for sure one other legit receiver, so that he's not my number one passing option. So if you take Scary off the team and Debo is your main guy on the outside. Did Noah Brown? Last time I heard from him, he got hurt. Is he good?
Nah, he's back.
Okay, so you got Debo, you got Noah Brown, you got Zach Ertz, and then you got. I mean, bro, like,
yeah,
Jaden is nice, but you need a guy that you could just like the Bengals game. Give me the ball. I'm backing up. I got pressure on my face. I'm just throw this up, Terry down there somewhere. I need a quick first down. I need a big play. Scary, he out there somewhere. Put it in his area. He gonna come down with it. He gonna make a play. This is the thing I don't like about it. While I have thought about the Commander side of things and the whole he's 30 years old thing, this is the first time in his career he got a quarterback.
Yeah.
So like, while one could say he's 30, his best years are behind him. One could also say he's 30, but his best years are in front of him. Because he finally got a guy that can routinely get him the football. And JD, I presume, is going to continue to get better throughout his career. He's not going to fall off a cliff. He's still going to be pretty solid throughout, at least we presume, right? Even if he comes out and has a let's just say, and I don't foresee this happening, but let's just say he has like a CJ Stroud year where he not quite as good as he was last year. People still going to look at him like he a good quarterback. He's still going to be the best quarterback y'all didn't have since prime RG3. Right? So it's like, at the end of the day, if you pair him up with his guy, he's still going to give you a ton of production. He's proven to be an Iron Man. He's proven that he does not get hurt. He's proven to be a big-time leader in the locker room. And now other guys getting deals, and it's just, it's up in that price. This is why I don't want to go here. This is why I love, you know who looks amazing today?
Howie Roseman.
Howie Roseman looks amazing. Hey, Devontae, I'm gonna give you this money right now. AJ, you just had another big year, 2023. I'm gonna pay you some money right now. AJ was the highest paid in 2023. Now he the sixth highest paid after Garrett Wilson just surpassed him. And it's like, I mean, what we gonna do? Renegotiate with AJ? He just signed like last year. You know what I mean? So it's like you got your guys now under like when you have a guy, you have a leader in the locker room, you have a guy that's producing the way he's producing. You cannot put him in a situation where he's bro, holding out to this nature, feeling the way feeling the way he's feeling. He's talking to, he's talking to his teammates. He having conversations with JD. He's talking to the leaders on defense. He like, I'm waiting on them. Like, and everybody in that locker room is feeling it. You know what I mean? He's feeling it. So I think this is the last week before training camp starts. If they don't get this done, and I still, as bad as this looks, I still don't see them trading them. I just don't see it. But, like, I ain't gonna lie. I hate to be this guy, Joe. But if it hasn't been done, it needs to be done. Greatest rookie of all time. Guy with all this potential and all this. If you ain't done it already, you need to be in bro office. What's going on? What's going on? That's me knocking. That's me knocking on the door. What's going on? I need my guy. Like, y'all want us to continue to be great. We just went to the NFC Championship. This man had 13 touchdowns last year. 13, bro. He was the guy last year. I don't play the way I played last year without him. And we don't have an adequate replacement for him. So what? I know I'm just a young guy, but y'all ain't gonna get rid of me. Y'all gonna pay me when it's time to pay me. Yeah, I'm the future. Y'all need to pay my guy, yo. Yeah. Like, y'all need to pay my guy, bro. I don't know what's going on, but he need to get paid, bro. Whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it sets the precedent for if you come to Washington and you ball out. If you're a player that's drafted, you ball out. If you're a free agent that signs and you ball out, we have a GM that's willing to pay. And the last thing I'll say is this. The most frustrating part about this, for me, if I was Mclaurin, forget Debo getting signed. Forget everything you did this offseason. Forget the fact that we just went to the NFC Championship game. Bruh, Jaden not even signed yet. He don't have a big-time deal yet. So the money is there. The money's there, bruh. And we're in a window. We're in a window, bro. Like, if you just went to the NFC Championship game, in this NFC, who's the competition? Obviously, you got Philly. You got LA probably. You got Detroit. The Commanders. You got Detroit. But Detroit, coordinators on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see how that looks, right? But they're a contender. But y'all knocked them out. Like, so it's like, y'all are right there. Y'all in the hunt. Yeah. Dallas. I think Dallas is going to be in the hunt again. But y'all right there. Like, yo, we don't have time to play. So, yeah, Joe, I'm a little nervous, but I still say if I'm a Commanders fan, I'm still he got it. I have to see a report from Adam Schefter that said from Adam. Forget Ian Rappaport. Forget everybody else. I gotta see Schefter report. They have traded Terry McLaurin for me to really believe that they really gonna do that, because I just think that is so silly, bro.
Nah, I don't think we're gonna trade him. So what gets me now, obviously, I sound worried, but at the same time, it's a glimpse of light that just opened up just now. I think right here I'm speaking up health situation, because all we're hearing is from his camp, and people are, including me, was swiping like, oh, that's just agent talk. Like, oh, I'm frustrated. We know he just saying that. This is agent coming out saying that so they can put more pressure on the Commanders. But him personally coming out and saying, I am frustrated, and then say we haven't talked in over a month. I know a lot of people are like, whoa, what? Yeah. You haven't talked for over a month? And this is right after he did an Eastern Motors commercial, which is a dealer locally in the DMV area. So he said for every touchdown I score, we get to donate a charity of my choice. Every touchdown I scored this year. Speaking as if he will be a Commander. So I'm still confident he's going to sign. I just don't like it dragging like this. I saw what happened with CeeDee Lamb when they drug out like this. But it also so happened to Jamar Chase when the drug out.
Yeah, that's true.
He went crazy. But he didn't
go
get
one
paid,
way or
though.
another.
But he didn't get paid, though.
Yes, right. So he was still out there fighting for that money.
Exactly. Now, Terry McLaurin did say he still hasn't made his decision if he's showing up to training camp or not, if the deal is not done. He said, I haven't made my decision yet. Because I get him the type of guy he is, but he want to be there. He want to be there, man. You know what I mean? He want to be there. And I know it's hurting him. You know, like, I never seen Terry post on Instagram as much as he is right now. I keep getting, like, he showing my feet a lot on my stories. I'm like, dang. Yeah, you posting like a mother. You got a lot of time, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I know Magic Johnson is like, because Magic is a leader. He understands leadership in the locker room. I know Magic is like, we need to pay him. I
Yeah,
know
gotta
Magic is
be.
saying that.
I keep forgetting Magic is there too.
Yeah, but we gonna pay him. That's why I'm like, I think him coming out and saying what he said, it just opened the world up to like the commander side of things. Like, yo, what y'all doing?
Yeah,
Like, are you
yeah.
serious? So, come on, man, just pay him so I can sleep at night. For real, man. Like,
Yeah,
look,
man.
when I say fall off a cliff, I mean like we ain't going from 10 to 5 wins. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that,
12 to
but
5
like,
wins. That's off a cliff. Now,
yeah,
I hear
yeah,
you. You say y'all might not make the playoffs. I
yeah.
get that. You know, I can see that because it was tough last year with only Terry McLaurin.
Right.
So when he got axed out, it's kind of like, yo, who else gonna step up? Zacchaeus? I mean, he did have almost 600 yards. I mean, but anyway,
But
Zacchaeus,
he not scary though. He
he
not
ain't
terrible.
heck no.
Yeah.
You know, and them dudes be dropping passes. They be fumbling. Man, ain't got time for that this year, bro. Like, and then we built the offensive line, did all this extra stuff, and you don't want to pay the top guy receiver? Get the heck out of here. They gonna pay him, man. Or I should say they better pay him.
They better. It's definitely they better pay him for sure. For sure.
But man, like better pay him. Man, listen, man. They better fix this list according to some people. Or they better keep the list the same.
Man, fix it. Fix it. Fix it.
Because the end of Jeremy Fowler, a guy from ESPN, he did a poll with executives, over 50 executives, scouts, and coaches, and they all did a top 10 poll. And here's the list. I don't have to grab it for y'all. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to read the list out for y'all. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Josh Allen. Number 3, Joe Burrow. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Number 5, JD5. Number 6, Matthew Stafford. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 8, Jared Goff. Number 9, Jalen Hurts. Or 8, 1, 8. Look, we call
Uno.
1, right?
I call him Uno.
Uno. 18 Hurts. On the Super Bowl MVP, my bad, he upgraded.
It's a lot of nicknames you could throw out there for my guy. You know what I mean? A lot of nicknames you could throw out there, man. You know what I mean?
The 21st King. I mean, I don't think that's that yet.
I knew it was gonna be a shot in there somewhere.
But that's not a shot. You know, he getting buckets. I mean, he getting touchdown from that. But and number 10, Baker Mayfield. AJ, I know you want to address a couple of guys. Now, obviously you can talk about the list, but I know you had an issue. I'm not sure you had an issue, but you wanted to address a couple of guys. The first guy we wanted to attack, though, Lamar Jackson's at number 4. So, talk to the people.
Yeah, bro. So, first thing I want to say, y'all know how I feel about Jay Hurts being at 9, bro. I'm not gonna harp on that this episode. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. I do it a lot, so we gonna chill on that. But that's AJ, my biggest gripe.
AJ, I'm letting you know right now, you gonna address it. All right.
Oh yeah.
So
it's gonna be addressed.
On the back end, I'm just gonna ask you. We're gonna talk about Hurts. So we're gonna get to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, we gonna get to that. I just had to make sure I let the people know we got some Eagles fans watching. Like, you ain't even gonna talk about. Trust me, bro. I got us. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it, bro. Just I got him in my. I got him 4. You know what I'm saying? So. Y'all want a real list? Go look at me and Joe Jordan's list. That's the real list in my personal opinion. But I want to talk about 2 players, and we're gonna start with Lamar, bro. When I look at this list, bro, and I got it on my phone, Pat, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar, Jaden. They got Herbert at 7. They got Stafford at 6. They got Jared Goff at 8. I just feel like, bro, it's clear people had a favorites, and that's okay. Like we dressed it up a certain way, NFL execs and scouts and coaches, but like really, like y'all got y'all favorites, and it show up all the time. It show up on draft day, it show up trade deadline, it show up when it's time to pay guys and y'all not paying guys. it show up when y'all do crazy stuff like trade away Saquon or sign Daniel Jones before you sign Saquon. Like it shows in a lot of different ways. So like we respect NFL execs, scouts, and coaches. They're in the rooms. There are places that we are not. They're in locker rooms. We are not. So we respect that. But just because it say that don't mean they right. I just want to get that out the way because a lot of times they be dead wrong. And in this case with this list, they wrong. First off, y'all know how I feel about the accolades. Let me pull it up because my real issue with him being at 3 is Joe Burrow is in front of him. My issue is Joe Burrow being in front of him. Joe Burrow, not a single MVP, only 2 Pro Bowls, not 1 All-Pro nod. This man Lamar Jackson should be a 3-time MVP at this point because he had a sensational season last year, but 2-time MVP, 4-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro, a win percentage of .745. And Joe Burrow's is .558. Like, at the end of the day, bro, this man has accomplished more. I believe he means more to the team. Both players last year dealt with rough defenses because that's like the cop-out for Burrow. The defense. Man, the Ravens' defense to start the season was abysmal. Their secondary couldn't get it stopped. We saw because Burrow and them exploited that. Mm-hmm. They exploited that. Jamar Chase and Burrow went crazy on them guys both games. It was a shootout. Lamar won both shootouts. 41-38, 35-34.
And made great plays in both of them.
Through and through. To start the game, to end the game. Close them boys out. Like, for me, I don't know what it is. Like, people talk about, the numbers, right? I know Joe Burrow had a sensational, statistical season, but the numbers are close. Like one has a slightly higher QBR than the other. The other has a slightly higher quarterback rating. One has a 43 touchdowns, a passing touchdown. The other has 41. Like the numbers are extremely close. One guy got 4,000 something yards and 916 rushing yards.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, come on, and he's flat out winning more. I get it. Joe Burrow is a talented guy. I think you can make an argument for him being over Josh Allen too, but I won't do it just because, like I said before, Josh Allen has knocked him out twice now in the postseason, and he just won MVP. I don't agree with him winning MVP over Lamar, but he won it, and I'm not the type to take away an accolade, like especially not MVP. I do find it weird that he was second team All-Pro and Lamar was first. That didn't make no sense to me. It just shows that Lamar probably should have won MVP, but I'm not taking that accolade away again from Josh Allen. So I'm not gonna push up on that, and I'm damn sure not Patrick Mahomes. It is what it is. I do think that gap is slightly starting to close a little bit on him. I think Lamar and Josh are getting closer for sure, but Pat is still Pat. Until you knock him off in the AFC, I can't put no quarterback above him. But Joe Burrow, bro, I think the man Lamar got a 5-1 record over them dudes when healthy.
He owned Burrow.
I mean, come on, bro. Like, when I look at lists like this, like I said, it just shows people have their favorites and people love them a quarterback that's going to sit in the pocket and dice you up. They love it. They love it. I ask people, bro. It's the same thing I talk about what hurts, but we going to leave that for another day. I ask people, what's the difference between a quarterback throwing for 400 or 4,000 yards, right? And another quarterback throwing for 3,000, but he rushed 4,000. What's the difference? Bro? It's still 4,000 yards, bro. Mm-hmm. It's still 4,000 yards. And to me, I'd rather take the guy that's going to throw for 3,000 and rush for 1,000. Why? Because you got a game plan for both. You got to worry about him running, taking off for a 20-yard, 30-yard, and in Lamar's case, maybe a 60-yard touchdown. And you got to worry about him dotting you up, leading the league in touchdown passes one year, being MVP. Like, you got to worry about both. With with Burrow, he's talented. He could throw the ball at the best of them, But if that online breakdown, he ain't making no plays. He down. It's like a tick better than Brady. He a little bit more mobile, but he going down. So it's like, I don't know what it is about these players that get all this love without these accomplishments. I'm all for talent. I'm all for elevating the guy when he deserves to be elevated. I'm not for elevating guys, in my opinion, prematurely before they accomplish things. And for me, bro, like I said, my top 5 list is prestigious, bro. You have to have certain accolades to be in it. I don't know how Joe Burrow is in it. First of all, I don't know how he's in it, let alone 3 over Lamar. It's just I can't make it make sense on any level. Joe.
I think these rankings weren't best based on accolades at all. I think it was based off like what like them as a player. I think that's what they're looking at. And it's funny because when I'm reading why they voted Lamar 4th, it's all positive. It starts off by saying Jackson is the most breathtaking player in the game. He might be the most feared too. But he's number 4. You know, but what they said about Joe Burrow though, it says prolific is the best way to describe Burrow's campaign last year. And this is a good point. Burrow makes a compelling case as the game's most accurate quarterback. His 70.6 completion percentage, right? While leading the league in attempts. That's impressive.
That is very impressive.
Very impressive. Very impressive, right? His 11% off target rate is the lowest among all starting QBs. That's impressive. So he was the most accurate while throwing the ball the most. But normally you throw the ball more, you have more mistakes. But I guess you can also make up for the mistakes too when you throw the ball a lot. When you're good quarterback. I don't know, but that's what it says. It's all positive stuff. But I'm with you. I think Lamar, if we just basing off last year, especially, Lamar should be above Joe Burrow. First of all, in the first half of the year, Lamar's defense was horrible too. I think you kind of touched on like Burrow spanked them, right? Basically, Lamar's defense was bad in the beginning of the year, and then they just turned it. Remember you and Chris had that whole debate in the chat.
Yeah,
they were terrible, and out of nowhere they just made a turn. I forgot what game it was. And then it became like the best defense in the league. But they were missing assignments. It was like all the time. I remember the Chiefs game, they had like 2 touchdowns because of blown coverage. So, and Lamar Jackson were winning games that against Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. Lamar had an iconic touchdown in the game, stepped on them, and through that. Then in Baltimore against Cincinnati, Lamar ran all the way. He ran to the left, went all the way around, and then ran it, scored a touchdown. I think it was a touchdown or a long run. Like he had some. Lamar was amazing in both of their matchups, and he owns Joe Burrow. Now, people might still be clinging on to he went to the Super Bowl. Bro, that was in 2021. Let's get over that. We're in 2025 now.
Come on,
right? We're talking about based off last year, because they are harping on. He had 4,900 yards. He had 41, I think 41, 40. His last year was so good. Last year was good, but Lamar outplayed him in both of those games. Lamar had to be great. Joe Burrow was scoring, so Lamar had to be great too. So I'm agreeing with you. I think Lamar Jackson, I'm okay with Josh Allen being over him because he just beat him in the playoffs. I mean, and Lamar made mistakes. That's the problem. Lamar did bring him back, and Mark Andrews fumbled and dropped the pass. But you made the mistakes early in the game. And I'm just like you. I think Lamar, if I would have voted, I'm voting Lamar. But if Josh Allen won it, I'm going to honor that.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because
he still had a great year too, for sure.
But I understand why they would give it to him though. Yes, Lamar beat Josh Allen, but Josh Allen beat the Lions and the Chiefs. He beat both of the number 1 teams last year. And then what he's working with versus what Lamar working with is totally different. So I get why he won, but it was some fatigue there too with Lamar and some feeling bad for Josh Allen. But for Joe Burrow should not be above him. He should be at the lowest 3.
Bro, I want to say this because I had the numbers up and then I lost them, so I had to rattle off what I know off the top of my head because I was looking at them right before we went live. But I got the numbers back up. This season they both played 17 games. This is how close it is. Completion percentages. Burrow 70.6, right? Lamar 66.7, right? Burrow passing yards 4,918. Lamar Jackson 4,100 72. But keep in mind, he rushing for 915 yards. So their total yards are neck and neck, right? Right. Touchdowns, passing, Joe Burrow 43, Lamar Jackson 41. Interceptions, Lamar Jackson 4 on the season, Joe Burrow 9. Okay. Passer rating, Lamar Jackson 119.6, Joe Burrow 108.5.
I think 119 is the third in NFL history. I think it's third highest in NFL history, something like that. Go ahead.
You see how you see how close. So one could say, if you just looked at the numbers, you could argue Lamar is right there with him passing. You could make the argument, especially considering if everybody want to throw this on Hurts, right? But don't nobody want to talk about the fact this man got Chase and T. Higgins, and Chase was triple crown this past year, right? I mean, come on now. So like when you consider that as well, you can make the argument that their passing is kind of close, right? Rushing nowhere. Rushing, it's not even worth a conversation.
Nah.
So when your passing numbers are close, like how I just mentioned, Lamar Jackson's rushing numbers are much higher. Then to add the icing on the cake, you got all pros, you got MVPs, you got more Pro Bowls. What are we talking about?
Facts.
What are we talking? And then you beating them head to head in shootouts. It's not like your defense went out there and was stifling Joe Burrow. And no, you beating them in shootouts. On top of that, you playing better than him when y'all line up, and you got more weapons on offense. What are we talking? What? There's nothing to. Come on, bro. There is nothing to talk about here, and that's why these lists be killing me. Look, I'll Trent Herbert. Let's get to Herbert. Let's get to Herbert. Lord have mercy, Herbert. So I want to say some things about Herbert, right? And I want to pull this back up. Give me a hot second. I want to pull this back up before I get started.
I'm not gonna wait.
I had to get back to him because he's seventh, and he over Hurts, he over if I'm not mistaken, He's over Goff, he's over Baker. He over a lot of guys. He's over a lot of guys. This man Herbert, people are riding this wave. I heard it earlier today. He's got the most passing yards of anybody in their first 5 years in the league. You know what when I heard that, the first thing that came to my mind, Joe, this man been in the league 5 years and ain't got not one playoff win, ain't got not one MVP, not one All-Pro, not one accolade worth mentioning besides he got the most passing yards of anybody in 5 years. One, that tells me you've had more than enough options to throw the football to over the course of your 5 years if you're racking up that many passing yards. Mm-hmm. That's one. But two, I was having a debate with somebody on TikTok today. They was comparing Herbert numbers to Jalen Hurts numbers. And I had a simple question. He had no answer for it. I said, why don't these beautiful numbers translate to the postseason? He got all these great numbers, but it never translates to when you need it most. Why is that? He couldn't give me no answer. I got some things to throw at you because a lot of times with this guy, Herbert, they talk about the talent and what he could do, right?
Always.
And they act like his team ain't that. His team is okay. Not
last year. Oh, go ahead.
Let me don't beat me to the punch. Don't beat me to the punch.
Let him cook. Go ahead.
So last year, let's start off by saying, and I wish I had the clip. I couldn't find it, but it was a clip this offseason after the Eagles had their collapse, and I was going back and forth with people, and I forget what the analyst's name was, but he's on NFL Live, and he's on Get Up. He's the main guy for Get Up. Mike Green.
Mike Green, yeah.
Had this list. Yeah, Greeny had this list of quarterbacks that should be the next to go get a championship. And I think Herbert was like 4 or 5 on the list, right? This is after last year. 4 or 5 on the list. And I'm like, I'm making excuses for him. I'm like, he in the NFC, he in the AFC. He got to deal with Lamar. He got to deal with Burrow. He got to deal with Allen. He got to deal with all this. Like, it's going to be hard for him. And all they kept talking about was, hey, man, they got Harbaugh now. They got a serious coach. And I do know the coach they had before was terrible. So I'll give him that. He was a bad coach, right? They got Harbaugh now. They're going to be better. They're going to be this. So we set up when we watched the year play out. And I was one to come out and say, I don't think Herbert is a winner. I said that a couple years ago, right? Last year I kind of started to retract on that because throughout the season I felt like he was playing well. I like, from what I see, like he playing decent. I'm a lay off of him. He's still young. He's very talented, and you know how we felt about the playoff matchup going up against the Texans in Houston. We thought that was a win. Going through his numbers from the year. Because Herbert run a little bit, so I had to do the total yards conversation with him. Because he do run a little. He ran for like 300-something yards this past year. So I'm going to give you that. So he had 4,176 total yards. He had 25 total touchdowns, only 5 total turnovers, a 64.8 QBR, and a 101.7 passer rate. Right? What people don't talk about is the defense, Joe. They had the number one. I didn't even notice until the other day, bro. These boys had the number one scoring defense in the league, only allowing 17.7 points a game, bro. I said, wait, hold the presses. They was number in front of Philly. In front of all of the best defenses you could think of. The Chargers, they might have given up some yards. They was 11th overall because they was giving you some yards. But you wasn't scoring a ton of points on that defense. Number one overall. I look at his running backs, right? Between J.K. Dobbins and Gus Evans, they went well over 1,000 yards, bro. Gus Edwards. Gus got hurt, but he went for 365. J.K. went for 905 last year.
He got hurt.
Yes, yeah. Well, I knew one of them got hurt. J.K. went for 905. Gus went for 365. That's like 1,200 yards out there on the ground. Then you had Ladd, the rookie that they drafted. He went for 1,149 yards, right? So you had a 1,000-yard receiver, right? They get into the playoffs, 11-6. This man against Houston goes 14 of 32, 242 yards, 4 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Joe, his QBR was a 12.8. His passer rating was a 40.9, bro. This is coming off the last time we saw this man in the playoffs, him facilitating and his team blowing a 27-point lead. I know some of that is on coaching. I know they should have ran the ball. But he the starting quarterback, and you got a 27-point lead. Your defense balling out again gives you 5 turnovers. You ain't got to do much. But manage the game, get some first downs, and you straight, and you find a way to lose that game. This is what I be talking about, Joe. Some of these analysts, these execs, all these people, bro, that be wanting to come up with these lists and rank people how they want to rank people, bro. I understand eye tests. I understand talent. All of that stuff matters. When you watch how the game is played, that stuff actually matters. When you watch who they have to work with, that stuff matters. All of that is fine and dandy. But if you cannot at least be half of what you are in the regular season, when it's needed most in the postseason, what are you? When the games really matter, when you fighting for division, now you in the playoffs, now you fighting to get out of the wild card round against a team you got a better record than. Granted, they had home field advantage, but you got a better record than, meaning you've been a better team than that team throughout the season. You've been a better quarterback than C.J. Stroud throughout this season. C.J. Stroud missing weapons too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? In this football game, and you come out again after the last time we seen you on the field in the playoffs, giving up a 27-point lead, you come out and throw 4 picks, and yet NFL execs, coaches, and scouts got you 7th on the top 10 list over guys who have played better in the playoffs. Like, let's take Jalen Hurts out of it. Jared Goff has been to a Super Bowl before. He's recently been to an NFC Championship game. He had a pretty good statistical year last year, too. Yeah. Baker Mayfield had a pretty good – Baker Mayfield threw for 4,000, 5,000 yards this past season. He efficient with the football as well. And he don't – now, he didn't play amazing in the Commanders game. He not turning the ball over 4 times, though. He playing better than this man Herbert is. I mean, so it's just about what we like to see on the field. Is it about how good the player is? Is it about his ability to elevate his team when it matters most? Or is it about, I think if we got this guy, he will sell tickets? What is it really about? I'm confused at the list when I look and I see Lamar at 4, right? Because on one hand, Lamar going to sell more tickets than Joe Burrow, in my opinion, right? Yeah. But then I look at a guy like Herbert, it's like, okay, he might sell some tickets, but he ain't going to win nothing. He ain't proven to win nothing. And I'll say this to end it. I'll say this to wrap it up. I've said this before in the chat. I don't think I've said this on Unfazed. NFL fans, football fans, just be prepared for this discourse when he actually start winning. Because I do think don't get me wrong, I do think he's good. I'm just not a fan of crowning guys before they've done something. I could say I think he's going to be this. I'm not going to say he's already this when he ain't proven to be that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You got to show that you could do that. I could say you have potential, but without you fulfilling that potential, I can't say that that's who you are just yet. I just say I think you can be this guy. When this man messes around and wins a playoff game, or let's just say one year he makes an AFC championship game, be prepared for them to really be putting Herbert in top 5 conversations. Be prepared for them to talent-wise, is he better than Mahomes? Is he better than Burrow? Is he better than Lamar? I'm telling y'all where it's headed. Because for him to not have any accomplishments, have maybe the worst playoff game I've seen in a long time. In a long time. And they still say he the 7th best in the NFL. Be prepared. Be prepared.
It's crazy. I'm looking at the reason why he's number 7, and they're bringing up his 21,000 career passing yards are the most in NFL through 5, like you mentioned, right? The 5 season. And they said he had a sacrifice production last year with Greg Roman's run-heavy offensive attack.
Oh, my gosh. They don't say that about my dog. No, they don't get that to my dog.
That's what they said. But how they started off was Herbert's immense talent keeps him in the top 7, but hasn't vaulted him into the top tier of quarterbacks despite elite production. You know what's funny, AJ? You mimic some of the things I've said before, right? So I just pull up my notes and I said Texans, Chargers. Mm-hmm. And look what I wrote from this playoff game. First thing I wrote, this game is the reason why the playoffs mean more than the regular season. If we rank QBs based on the regular season this year, most people will have Justin Herbert over CJ Stroud. The difference in this game was CJ Stroud made plays, Herbert didn't. The game was over in the first half. Chargers defense was playing incredible, but the Chargers couldn't capitalize. Early in the second, CJ throws an interception in their own territory. Then the very next play, Herbert throws across his body into double coverage and throws an interception on the very next play. On 3rd and 16 in your own territory before the half, CJ fumbled a snap, completed a pass at the 50-yard line, and then it was a big play. He fumbled and he threw a pass. Mm-hmm. It was a big play, and then after they scored after that, it was over. The only play that Herbert had that whole game was McConkey's long touchdown. It was a pitch and catch. It wasn't even a bomb or nothing. It was like a slant that he caught, and then he took it to the house. But he was terrible that game. He had how many turnovers? 5 the whole year? Or 3?
Yeah, 5. He had 5 total turnovers the whole year.
And 3 interceptions, I think, the whole year. Something like that.
Yep.
And had 3 that game.
4.
Oh, yeah, my bad. He outdid it. He had 4 that game. So, yes, his interceptions were low. Yes, because they were, like you said, they were a run-heavy team. But everybody played good. The running game wasn't there. That's the issue. The running game wasn't in the playoffs, and Herbert had to make plays. The defense was there, though. But the running game, they couldn't go nowhere with the running game. But Herbert couldn't make the play. They couldn't capitalize on everything the defense was doing. CJ was trying to give them the game, bro. And they couldn't capitalize on it. So I don't understand the love for Herbert either. I understood it before Jim Harbaugh got there because the defense was terrible. Mm-hmm. They gave up, since he's been in the league, they gave up the most points of anybody in the NFL. So I give him a pass for that. But then after getting Jim Harbaugh and then the defense, like you said, was number 1 in the NFL in scoring defense, and they showed up in the playoffs, and you don't win that game.
Come on, bro.
Like,
and you're the reason they lost.
Like, yes, you're the reason. Herbert's the reason why they lost. So, and I think it's disrespectful how they got him. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to talk about it. Like you mentioned Jared Goff, but they got him over Hurts. Like what? Like Hurts have shown in a worse situation than Herbert and took him to the playoffs. Like He had when his first year as a starter, he took that team to the playoffs. Like Herbert been to the playoffs twice his whole career, and both times they got smoked in the first round. He looked terrible. Not smoked, but against the Jags, he was not good. And again, so he's overrated, bro.
Yeah, it's listen. Herbert got an 0-2 playoff record. Jalen Hurts got a 6-3 playoff record. Herbert completion percentage 52. Jalen's in the playoffs 66.8. Total yards per game 263.5 for Herbert. For Hurts 243.8 per game. Touchdown. My bad. Go ahead. Oh, okay.
No, I'm about to say the playoff stats is cool. We ain't gotta talk about that. Like,
I just want to show the separator, like, bruh. And even this is the thing, bro. And we're gonna move on to Jaden before we wrap up. This is the thing, bro. Jalen has had some bad playoff games. Like I told the guy today, like his first playoff game, he kind of limped into it. He played against the defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It wasn't his best showing. I think they was a little too premature, and it was going up against Tom Brady. He didn't play well. It was what it was. 2023 again against Tampa, right? Going against that team. AJ not available. He coming into the game with a banged up finger, and the team just kind of being on that slump. He didn't play well. He ain't never walked into no playoff game throwing 4 picks, bro. He ain't never like there's playing bad, there's playing abysmal. Bro was abysmal, and he ain't gonna never blow no 27-point lead.
Yeah,
you turn the ball over 5 times against Jay Hurts, it's over. It's over. You're not winning that game. You gonna dominate time of possession, and we gonna get the ball in the end zone, bro. That's just how it's gonna go. So it's like, you know, I could have went on, but I'm glad you stopped me, because it's like, bro, like it's like I don't even want to bring my guy up, but it's like I Herbert, and like I said this from the jump. I not to toot my own horn. When it comes to sports, I feel like I have a pretty good eye for winners. I might not have the best eye for, you know, I don't know, the greatest eye test, as they would say. But, like, I have an eye for a guy that has, like, the it factor. Like, bro, he different. He has it factor. I have an eye for a gamer. I have an eye for a game. Like, bro, and that's in basketball and football. Like, bro, when you need him, though, he different. I feel that way to an extent about Baker. I feel that way about Hurts. I feel that way up until this year with Jimmy Butler. Like, I have an eye for those type of players, bro. Yeah, and I really have an eye for the type of player that ain't got it when you need it. And he is, and I've been saying this from the jump, he is that guy. When you need it, he ain't there. For whatever reason, all that talent go out the window. All these these coaches, NFL execs, that's what you want on your team? That's what you want? You done built a team where the defense balling out. You done drafted a great rookie. You got a good rushing attack. Everything is in place for him to be decent. You just looking to get out of the first round, and he go out there and throw 4 picks?
4 picks, dog.
Are you serious? In a playoff game, bro?
That's crazy.
When you don't have nothing else on your resume, at least Goff, before you move on, at least Goff, when he had that bad game against the Commanders, at least Goff got a Super Bowl appearance. He was in the NFC Championship the year prior. He had a great statistical season. Like, Goff has done some things where it's like you're not gonna overlook the Commanders game, but he
threw some touchdowns.
Right. Like in that game, you could tell he was giving it his all. It was a rough night for them, bro. You know what I mean? Defense hurt, so you trying to make up for a lot. You know what I mean? He got a nice little buffer, like where it's like, well, at least he got this on his resume already. We're not gonna look past this, but we can look past it a little bit better than we can for a guy like Herbert, who ain't shown you he can do anything in the play. In the game that blew the 27-point lead, he only had 1 touchdown, bro.
Yeah,
the whole game. It was the defense.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I know you want to talk about your boy Jaden, man. I know you want to get to him real quick before we wrap up, man. I know how you feel about him being at 5, man. Because I think on your list you had him at 6.
I think I have him 7.
7? I think I had him 7 or I might have had him 7 or 8. I can't remember.
I think I have him 7. I think I have him 6, but I was okay with 7. I had him above Stafford. So here's the thing, man. I'm gonna read what they said about him first. I don't want to read this. I'm like, okay. You sure he ain't the best? He got a long paragraph. Daniel's phenomenal rookie season demanded an appearance somewhere in the top 10. that he pushed his way into the top 5, narrowly outdistancing Stafford in the voting. So he beat Stafford by a short margin. Shows voters have no problem validating his hype. Last season, Jaden Daniels posted the 4th highest QBR in the NFL, the best mark for a rookie since Dak Prescott. Since Dak Prescott, right? But he was even better on the 3rd and 4th downs, recording a league-leading 95.3 QBR on 3rd and 4th down. AJ, it's a rookie we talking about.
That's crazy.
That's not 95. His QBR was higher on 4th and 3rd down than it was in his regular.
Money time.
Crazy, bro. Like the guys who got it. And then this is quoted. Single-handedly took one of the worst franchises to the NFC title game as a rookie with a bad defense, one legitimate wide receiver, a dinosaur at tight end. Dang, this is killing Jackers.
Hey, that's disrespectful.
And average at best O-line, said an NFL coordinator who prepared for Daniels last season. The kid can read coverages, throw with accuracy, and touch to all levels of the field, just as dangerous as Lamar and Josh Allen with his legs, and has clutch factor to him because his team already believes that he has the ball. If he has the ball with a chance to win, he's going to find a way. If he repeats anything close to his rookie year, he's no lower than number 3 on the list next year. Woo! I'm like in agreement with that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna say 3 because you got. My thing is this: the reason why Daniels is not high on these lists because he's only 1 year. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason. It's the only reason.
Which I respect dearly. I do respect that because we just saw CJ Stroud. We literally just saw somebody have a good rookie season and took a step back the next year. Shoot, we saw Mahomes win MVP and started off as I think it was 7-5. Yeah, like all these interceptions early in the year, he had to adjust. So I get it. But like you said, there are certain guys you just know like he got it. Mm-hmm. And he's one of those dudes because he got it up here. First of all, he got it here. I mean, he got it here.
Yeah.
He got it here too. You know them legs? He got them legs. And he got it up here too. Like, he's such a leader. And he's already a little older. He's already a little mature. So he's not a 20-year-old rookie, 21-year-old rookie. He's 24. So I'm okay with him being number 5 based off how they grading it. Like I said, they're looking at accolades. But like I said, on my list, they already got the big 4 above them. I got Hurts above them. But everybody else, y'all can kick rocks. Y'all can kick rocks. I'm serious. So Burrow, like Lamar and Josh Allen and Pat, they above them. Just like Jay Daniels ain't better than them yet. He just not. He not on their level. You know what I mean? And Burrow too. Like Burrow is just more. He's just better than Jay Daniels. And Hurts, you gotta respect what he's done. Like I heard one executive say this. He said, what was the anonymous? They said that the reason why Hurts is low is because when you put him in a passing, I'm about to stretch the show longer. I shouldn't have said this. We're gonna get to that another day, man. You know, okay. I'll put it in the chat. I know you're gonna respond. I'm gonna be here till like 11 o'clock. My bad. But I'm okay with him being top 5. He's not top 5. If we talking about his quarterback, I'm throwing. I think he's top 5. But because of the respect of we got to do another year, I don't think he's top 5. But based on him, he's a top 5 quarterback, man. I saw this list. I loved it.
I mean, I know as a Commander fan, you loved it. You know what I mean? Me, I think Jaden Daniels is like that. I do. Mm-hmm. Like I think he's one of them ones in the league. I don't obviously that the Hurts being at 9, him being at 5 is like, all right, y'all. But like, if I just take the Hurts out of it, if I just don't think about where Hurts is ranked and just think about the fact that he's at 5, like you said, the only pushback I have is y'all. It's only been 1 year. That's really the only thing you can say.
Yeah.
He came out. He did more with less. Right. The Commanders won. What was it? 4 games the year before. Right.
4.
6. Somewhere around in there.
Number 2 pick.
Drop Jaden Daniels into as the number 2 pick. He take y'all all the way to the NFC Championship game, right? Defense was, they made plays throughout the season, but they was kind of hit or miss. Offensive line was really hit or miss. Like the third down and fourth down conversions was ridiculous all year long. He could throw, he could run. He showed a ton of it factor. You know what I mean? Being clutch and things of that nature. Like it's not really much you could say negative about him. The only thing I could say is two things. One, I didn't personally like how he looked against the division. That except for the game where he played against us when he came back in the fourth quarter. I thought he played. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he played bad. Let's
give you. He wasn't that.
He wasn't.
He think it's the Giants.
Right. Like he wasn't like Jaden Daniels that we saw against the Bengals and some of the other marquee games that he had against Cardinals and like he wasn't that same guy against the division last year. From how he matched up against us from time to time to how he matched up against Dallas, how he matched up against the Giants, like. So that would be my one thing. And then the second thing is like you said, that there's just something to be said for after having that 1 year of tape, NFL defenses and teams adjust to you as a player. Now they've seen you. They've seen what you like to do. They've seen what you don't like. They've seen what your adjustments at the line. They've seen how you attack third and fourth down. The same stuff you got away with last year, you're not necessarily able to get away with the following year. So how does he adjust? I think he'll be fine. But I just think that I seen Jalen Hurts have a great, an amazing, in my opinion, 2022. Whether it was better than Jaden's, we could debate that another day. But all in all, I seen him have a great 2022 and then come out in 2023. And granted, it was a different personnel coaching-wise, but teams adjusted. You're not going to run the same read option you was running last year. Not the same way. We're going to play you a little differently. We saw C.J. Stroud, even though he dealt with injury, we saw the adjustments made. We saw Jordan Love get red hot down the stretch of the season. And then this season, he battled injury, but teams adjusted to Jordan Love. So, like, Jaden obviously had better seasons than most of the guys I just mentioned. But I'm very curious to see how defenses adjust to him this season. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them calling it early because he did something recently. He went to the NFC Championship game and he won Rookie of the Year. He accomplished something. He accomplished the most you could probably accomplish in a rookie year. So I can't be like, this is crazy. This is, you know what I mean? I can't have the same attitude I have towards Herbert and towards Burrow, towards him, because he a rookie and he did all this his rookie year. So I can't do that. But what I will say is, like, this is a big year for him coming up.
Big pressure.
And an NFC that I still think is open. Obviously, Philly's at the top, and I think the rest is kind of, and we're division rivals. We usually play each other tough. So I think this is a big year. I think y'all need to sign Scary. And I'm very interested in seeing how this plays out, because Jaden has the potential to make a lot of guys look like prophets, but he also has the potential to make a lot of guys look crazy too. Mm-hmm. If he come out and he don't quite look the same, because defenses have now seen him. And like, I'm really curious to see, Fangio done played you 3 times now. So I'm like, Fangio kind of know what you like. Debo being in the mix kind of throws a wrinkle in it. But I'm curious to see how we play y'all when it's time. And then we're going to have a whole season, too, to see him, too. I'm curious to see how that matchup goes. Like, what does Fangio, how does he adjust? So, like, I'm not – I'll say all that to say, though, to wrap it up. I'm not going to go off about that like how I did about Burrow being ahead of Lamar and about – like how I will about Hurts being at 9 and how I feel about Herbert being at 7, because I don't think it's warranted. I think it's a little too soon, but I'd be lying if I'd be capping if I said I don't understand why he is what he is. Like, I don't understand them other ones, but like him being at 5, it's like, I mean, he was ridiculous. He was crazy last year, so I can't be, you know what I mean? So I respect it. I respect it.
And it adds more pressure on him, though. I say that. Yep. A lot of pressure on Jaden Daniels this year. A lot of pressure, because like he's getting praised a lot this off season, bro. On a lot of these lists, he's high. So they said the lowest rank he got was 10. So yeah.
Like I said, I had to go back and look. I had him at 8. So I'm high on him too. He easily top 10. You can't leave him out of the top 10. In my personal opinion, he's definitely top. He's easily top 10. You know what I mean? Even if he has a down year next year, I don't think you could put him outside of the top 10.
No,
honestly, like even if he's, as long as he's decent, as long as he's like
The dual threat, man. That's a lot.
Yeah. I would know. You know what I mean? I would know a little something about that. You know what I mean? But I ain't mad at it. Shout out to them. But these people that want to go by these lists, the NFL execs and all of that, and this is the list and all of that because it fits their narratives. I just want to say, like I said, these are the same execs that will draft. No shot at my guy, but the same execs that will draft Rager over Justin Jefferson and get rid of Saquon when you probably should have re-signed him and be holding out on Scary Terry and be holding out. Micah Parsons still ain't got signed, speaking of Tomo, right? And you got the Bengals not signing a rookie that they just picked up. And now he about to go back to Texas A&M, and these are the execs and the coaches and the scouts making a lot of these decisions. They in the rooms when these decisions being made. So just because they make the list, that don't make them 100% right. The same way it don't make us 100% right at Unfazed. It's all opinionated, in my opinion.
And the players got to prove it. And honorable mention is C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love. So sorry, Tom, that wasn't even honorable mention.
Crazy word.
But he was hurt last year, so that's maybe why.
Maybe.
All right, let's wrap this up, man. Great episode, bro. Listen, shout out to the whole R2O network. Shout out to the whole family, the community we have. We got the 2K stuff going on. Mark, you lost by 1. People doubted you, man. You almost had them. Tony made a comeback in the fourth quarter. All right. Steph Curry missed a wide open 3 to tie it. Crazy, right?
He did.
So that's that. And also, next Tuesday, I want y'all to tune into obviously tune in to Unfazed. But before Unfazed, tune in. AJ don't know this yet. Tune into the R2L show. We are doing the R2L. We have an R2L day, August 9th. And August 8th, we're doing an R2L basketball game. We got 4 teams. Myself as a captain, Dave, Tomo, and Teddy. Teddy was the first expansion show on the network. We got 24 people verbally commit to be there. And we're going to do a live drive, just like the All-Star game in the NBA. We're going to have all the names up. I don't even do pictures, but names up, and we're going to pick them live on the show. So I don't know who's going to be first. I don't know who's going to be last. But it's going to be a funny conversation in the chats.
Facts.
And pay Terry. That's all I got to say. Pay Terry.
Facts. That sound dope. Everybody make sure y'all tune into that. It should be a blast for sure. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's episode, man. Everybody on my channel, everybody on the R2L channel, everybody on Twitter, on Twitch, everywhere y'all tuning in. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. Obviously appreciate you, Joe. Another great episode, of course. I don't expect anything different. Lakers, man, do what's best for the franchise, bro. I am not in that camp of do what makes LeBron happy. If he want to be upset, well, you gonna make him happy to only be with us for another year, and then that's it for us to not win. It's no point. Lock in on Luka. Focus. Make sure Luka is happy. You know, make sure he eating the right veggies, the right fruits. You know what I mean? He got the right trainer. He getting the right workouts in. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at an adult beverage here and there. I know he like a little beer. You know what I'm saying? Give him his beer if he need it. If he needs to be Stone Cold Steve Austin from time to time. Whatever needs to happen to make sure Luka is Luka, make sure y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? In the case of the Eagles, man, y'all just keep flying high. I'm very curious to see where my guys rank. I haven't seen Quinyon Mitchell's name come up on top 100 players yet. I haven't seen Cooper DeJean come up yet. Obviously, I haven't seen Hurts come up yet. I haven't seen Saquon, AJ. So I'm very curious to see where guys end up landing. I got my eyes on that. But we chilling, man, and we got everybody coming to camp. So we got no worries, man. We getting ready to run it back. Man. Like usual, man. Howie, Jay Hurts, Saquon, AJ, Devontae, whole defense. They keep a brother like me, an Eagles fan, unfazed.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, And also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.